All right, guys. Hey, what's up? It's your boy Blackrue back on Gentlemen of Crypto. We had a few technical difficulties. I'm gonna cue Indigo Saint and check and see if we're live. So I'm gonna cue Indigo. I'll be right back. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on a black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blitz.
Say what again? I dare you. I dare you.
Okay, so we should be good now. Let's go here and see. There might be an echo. So I clicked on it. One sec. We get this going real good. Because I really like this Web3 topic. I think we're going to be doing some really great things here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we should be good now. All right, so now I can see you guys' comments, and we're gonna get started. So, Al Alipio Rodriguez, good morning. What's up? No echo on mine. Okay, good. So we're gonna get started. I really want to break down Web3 for y'all, but before we even get started, let me go to my face here. Before we even get started, I kind of want to let y'all know the game, and I know some people from my Patreon are not like from America, so uh, the phrase let you know the game is kind of let you know what's up really. Um, so we hear phrases like this, like Web3, and I'll never forget. I was watching Reggie Middleton. Shout out to Reggie Middleton on some channel. These are Gentlemen of Crypto or his own channel, and he was like, "Metaverse is just the internet." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that was cool how he said that." And here at age 40, I like to break things down to the least common denominator, and I feel like the game on or what's really up with a lot of these phrases is they make these new phrases, they market it to us, and we spend money on it, and really it's just something that we already know repackaged or rebranded. Just like Reggie said, okay, metaverse is the internet. um, like the phrase networking, right? Really the phrase networking is just making friends, but like back in my day in school, like that was a big phrase, networking. Really it's just making friends. Metaverse, as Reggie says, is really the internet. But for me, metaverse is really the basis of Web3, which is really owning your data. Um, that's all Web3 is, owning the data. And now that you own the data, you can make the best use of data for your circle, for your Web3 circle, for your circle of friends. Now you have the data about people who are interested in you, who frequent you, and who want to be involved in what you're doing. 19 keys, and if you guys aren't familiar with 19 keys, definitely watch his stuff. I'm about to give you a 5 minute excerpt of something he said, and in true Blackaroo fashion, we're going to see it in 1.5 times speed because that's how I watch everything so I can consume more. I think he gives a really great breakdown of it, and he gives it kind of from the content creator point of view. And we covered that a little bit on my last show here on Gentlemen of Crypto, where we went over, we did our flashback, but then we went over a lot of content creation cryptos. But yeah, so definitely check that out. But let's take a look here at.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I dare you.
And I think it's really very important for what we need to know about Web3. And I love how he put it. So I'm putting it in you guys' ears and I'm promoting him at the same time. So let's hear it. Let's go. 19 keys.
But you built it up. So Instagram got one Instagram account, and they make some content, but that's one account. The other billion people that
Hold on. It's not loud, quite not loud enough for me. Let me make it louder for y'all. Then let's go back to 30. And we're gonna go for like about 5 minutes. Since it's at 1.5 times speed, it won't even be that long.
but you built it up. So Instagram got one Instagram account, and they make some content, but that's one account. The other billion people that's on here are the ones who populate the platform with their intellectual property, their photography, their videography, their music, their artistry, their philosophy, right? Their hobbies, their commentary, right? Their fashion, their styling, like the political commentary, everything. So the people populate social media with the value. They create the content and make social media valuable. But social media is saying that we're going to keep 100% of the profits. Type in there 100% of the profits. Well, y'all better get this bundle pack, man. I'm going to teach y'all how to monetize. But y'all got to get this financial literacy with bundle pack because this don't make no sense. You got to monetize, not advertise. You feel me? BWO not open yet. BWO opens, you got to take BWO to that number to get on the list, the waiting list. Not open yet.
Okay. Here's the most important. Here's the most important part of it coming up right here.
I'm just saying. So they take 100% of your profits, blood. That's crazy to me. That is cool. Like, imagine going to your job. Yo, I need you to work, and I need you to sell these bags. I need you to sell these clothes. I need you to sell these cars. Now, listen. What you're going to be able to do is build up a clientele, right? You're going to get knowledge on the job training. But everything you sell, we keep 100% of the profits. Wait a minute, I don't get nothing. No. But you can come over here and sell for us, though. I'm for social media, say y'all can come over here, create content, get people to come over here, sell for us. I need you to create marketing campaigns. I need you to do branding. I need you to create beautiful style and photography. But what you can do is, once you're over here and people know that you're a good salesperson, then you can leverage that outside of what you sell for us. I'm gonna be like, man, I still got that. Ain't no way I'm gonna sell for y'all and then leverage the experience that I have, more people knowing me, maybe build up a client list, and then just monetize on the side and try to leverage what I did over here. It don't make no sense because I'm working for free. Or they say, you know what? You can get tips when you're talking to people. And they give you, if you buy a car from them, you can get tips. It's like you go become a waiter, you're working for free, and they say, well, I can't pay you a wage, but if you get tips, you can keep the tips. Not all of them, we still gonna take a percentage of the tips, but you can keep your tips. But not all of them, remember that. Right? Like I've been on this live, I don't know how long, not one person gave me a tip. See, this is all free. This is me literally spending my time, and that means I will be doing this for free. You see how this doesn't make sense? Because that won't pay a single bill, that won't allow me to grow, won't allow me to expand. Like I spend a lot of money creating high-level conversations. So I have to make sure I'm monetizing that. And the people that support us, they get the gold water, they get the crowns, you know, they buy into the brand because it's not really free. It's reciprocity. It's give, take, give. I give you something in reciprocity, man. I find the value of this. Ain't nobody giving it like this. This changed my life. Let me support the brand so they can continue to make more and they can grow and expand, right? That makes sense. You should never want to see somebody on here of extreme value giving everything away for free. That's disrespectful because now they cannot expand unless they got a budget, unless they got money. No. And the issue is that oftentimes it's the people that's giving no value, not in a substantial form of value, but only entertainment value are the ones that are getting the most money. Not people that's giving practical value and value of utility. So no, I never wanted to see that, and I always told people we're not doing that whole poor, broken, righteous stuff. Oh, you activist, you shouldn't have no money. Oh, you're a revolutionary, you shouldn't be getting no money. Why? Shouldn't those be the people with the money so that they can continue to do more of what they do and they ain't got to go beg for money from church, from charities and the government and brands? That don't make sense. So like I'm changing, there's so many different things and layers as I go through how I want to go up.
So I love what he just said there. I love what he just said there. Kind of goes into a lot of stuff that's been that a lot of people been talking about. Like I know I watched Zay and King last Friday, or yeah, this last Friday, and Zay was talking about how their channel is not bigger than other channels because Zay and King, they give you the hot facts, and I think Zay said something like they don't shut their mouth, like, and it's true. Like he's not trying to like, they're giving you the facts. They're not trying to entertain you, and they're not trying to pump you for crypto money and drain on you and pump and dump on you like a lot of people do, i.e. BitBoy, which has been proven. There's so much. There's so many YouTubes that just talk about how he pumps and dumps on people. So I love how he said, if there's any creator on here, you would not really want them to be one that's giving the information for free. And he led us up on some other game, like how everybody assumes if you're an activist, you're supposed to be making no money, and then you got to go out and try to make more money as an activist because it's always assumed that you don't ask for money on your stuff, which there's a reason for that. And you gotta, like, here at age 40, I just always look for reasons for why things are, and the least common denominator to everything. If you're an activist and you're out here spitting truth, kind of like Zay and King are, you're out here spitting truth. Okay, you're not supposed to make money, so nobody's going to want to be an activist and fight against the power because they're not going to make any money. And everybody kind of pushes that narrative because they don't want you to be an activist, right? They don't want you to make money as an activist because they don't want you saying words against the power. And I'm saying they, the people in power. All right. So again, and he talked about the whole data. That's all Web3 is. It's all about data and data access. And he did it from the creator point of view, where he was saying, okay, um, now, now the creator, like on YouTube, let's say for instance, most of their money, if they're monetized, goes to YouTube. Now they have to do a sales funnel where they're selling you, like he sells gold water, or like I think on Gentleman Crypto they do talk about the a certain wallet. And on here, like on my channel, I mentioned my Patreon. So now we gotta do extra things to have a sales funnel instead of being really paid off of the information that we're giving you, because really YouTube takes the bulk of it. And last week we talked about a couple creation cryptos. They're trying to change that, like Galaxy, XCAD, in that vein. So basically know that Web3 is really, it's all about data and having control over that data and kind of getting and mining the data of the people who support you. And really at the end, that's really what Metaverse is all about. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Westworld, but in Westworld, spoiler alert, just on a whole premise of Westworld, it was all about mining the data of the people who were on that make-believe universe, doing whatever they wanted. They could, whoever was getting that data could now say, okay, white man at the age 40 to 50 or 60, given these different data stimulants, will do X. And that's all of what they do for all of us. No matter, and when I say us, I'm not just saying black people, y'all. I'm saying all of us with Twitter and all the things that they give us on the side, here that we click on. They're mining all of that data. They know what words that trigger us. They know what things that, based on the algorithm, what things were triggered by. All of this is mining of data. Okay? So, I pointed out and I grabbed like 3 or 4 Web3 type subjects that we would need to. So, these are all, like they say, Web3 tokens. But then here we got top distributed computing tokens. So this is basically taking all the data they're getting from their specific website, mining it, and now doing something with it. But these are specifically to give you better computing by distributing it, the processing power to more computers. This one is all about big data. So having like data nodes and being able to extract data from those nodes. This one is the content creation one, and you can see there are a couple metaverses here So really, when you really think about the metaverse, again back to Westworld, it's a huge data mining area because now they're saying, okay, we know who you are. We know that you're black, white, Asian, Indian, Thai, whatever. We know who you are now. We know where you're going. We know the things that you're interested in. So therefore, we know how to market to you better. We know how to trigger you. We know how to really direct you. Um, so that's really kind of what the metaverse is going to be about in the end. Um, and of course, last week we went over a lot of computing ones. And let me see if we have any more questions before we go on to really big, before we go on to focusing on specific cryptos. And see if what I said made any sense. Let's see. Oh, wow, we had a whole bunch of people come in. So let me just say what's up to a few different. Oh, wait. That's his thing. Where's my thing? Okay, we had. Okay, so what's up? Is Rose a good topic? Goodbye. Yes, I think that Rose is a goodbye. I went over them a little bit on the last week's show. Why does Charles Hoskinson hate Bitcoin maxis? Did you see him blow up on Mike Saylor? I did not see that. Real talk. What's up, Real talk? Um, Yo, I seen this video pop up on YouTube. Why didn't I watch it? Cause I don't know him. I have to go back to that. Really, yeah, go back to that. 19 Keys is really good. Okay, 100%. Jay, everything. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Um, so we'll get back to these topics a little bit later. Web3 is a little confusing for me before. I'm definitely here for this, and I need some clarity. Okay. Um, Al- Alpio Rodriguez, I hope I had some clarity on Web3 for you. At the end, it's all about data and controlling your data and being able to really mine the data for something great or I don't know why it's not a lie. Mine data. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. Rodriguez, I hope. Oh crap. Okay. Okay, no, okay, got it. So mine the data for what's important to you, or like being able to use the data to market to the people that love you. So we're gonna go out and point out some of the great cryptos in this space. Here they're just saying Web3 and they're using it for a hell of a lot of stuff. So we're gonna go into the ones that are kind of defined. And let's start with AI big data tokens. The graph, for instance. And the graph always confused me too because the graph was all about these subgraph nodes. And that wasn't confusing to me, but it's like, okay, you're just organizing data in a better way. So, okay, why is that very important? They always bury the lead with this. But here it says by making data easily accessible, and they're putting it in these nice words. But really, what they're saying is, okay, we're mining data, and we're making the data easy for you to mine. Uh, for the graph, teams had to develop and operate proprietary indexing servers. This requires significant engineering, hardware resources, and broke important security properties. They're doing it with the nice terms, but really, what they're saying is, hey, we're making it easy, fast, and secure for you to mine your data. That's really what they're saying, but they're just using these nice terms to say it instead of like not sugarcoating, because I know we like to use that in the black community. They're not sugarcoating it, but they're using these nice terms that really don't mean that much unless you can read between the lines. So it's interesting to see that they already they're live on Decentraland, so they're already mining data from Decentraland and kind of learning how and what drives people on that metaverse. Very interesting. They're already kind of mining data on Uniswap, trying to see, okay, what what cryptos are certain people interested in if we have the data on who this person is and their KYC, what are they interested in? Synthetics, they're on synthetics, which synthetic assets will eventually be really huge because they're going to do loans and NFT or synthetics make synthetic data representations of objects. So tokenizing everything, if you will. That's really what synthetics is. So now we're going to tokenize your car, we're going to tokenize your diamonds, we're going to tokenize your gold, and you can now make a loan on these assets. We figure out how many people own these different assets, who who we can get to buy certain assets. There's always a different side to this thing, like kind of like he was talking about reciprocity, but also there's who can be marketed to and what can we market to them. So so know that. So the graph, when they have all these different partners and they're working on doing graph nodes for all these different platforms, the graph to me seems like it's high on the list. They're also on Coinbase, and anything on Coinbase, you'd have to think that they're kind of a little bit more regulated than most things. Because Luna, for whatever reason, Luna never made it to Coinbase. Like, think about that. Like, they never, like, they had like a wrapped Luna token or something like that, I think. But everything that makes it to Coinbase seems like it's more regulated. So Graph is going to be high on my list because if they're mining data like that, they're really going to be a key player in this Web3 data mining society. And we're moving towards that heavily because they're trying so hard to get this type of metaverse thing going. And the reason they are is so they can mine more data off of us and realize how to better market to us and realize our interests and actually so they can better influence us as well. It's not just the marketing, it's also the influencing. Know that as well. There's that piece to it too. So know that okay, when they learn how to better market to us, they're also going to learn how to better influence us, which is something they heavily do now on Twitter. Understand everything that you click on, every link that you click on is now a data mining point on how they can better influence you, better trigger you, better direct you. Know that. That's not even like a conspiracy thing. That's real life. They now know how to better trigger you and better market to you at the same time. So those things are not mutually exclusive. They're not separate from each other. Um, so we went over the graph, which is kind of number one in the market cap on here. And we're just gonna do kind of like the big ones in market cap. I'm gonna have to do some deeper research on this to be able to truly data mine the gems from here. And by the way, I had some issues last week because I implemented hotkeys. I took those away. So this should not go to my end screen anymore. Sorry about that. That y'all who were here who had to deal with that last week. But yeah, but also at the same time, guys, give me any data mining cryptos you guys would like me to look at. Um, Anybody who's watching this later, put the comments in the description. I'll come back and see them later. Let me know what's up. Anybody who's watching right now, leave a comment. I'm going to go out for comments periodically through the show. So let's make sure we do that. So the next one on the list were these three: Ocean, Numerai, and Numerari, and Xexec. And what you'll notice too is certain ones of these are in different different countries, so they'll be able to mine a data in their specific um, area so that they really don't step on anyone's toes. That's another thing to kind of note about certain ones of these. Try to find the ones of these that are in different countries from the other so they don't step on people's toes. So they're doing blockchain based decentralized marketplace for computing assets. So basically, like we were talking about Flux last week and we were talking about Pocket last week, how they're doing decentralized computing as well. Um, and here they go with the buzzword of Web3, but really, it's what they're doing. Their Web3 is computing nodes. So now we got, instead of having one supercomputer, you're just kind of parsing out the data to like 1,000 computers. So now that you have the use of a little piece of data and 1,000 computers, it's as if your computer is a supercomputer. You're just using 1,000 computers instead of one huge big one, if that makes sense. So that's what they're doing with these nodes. They're now giving you the power of a supercomputer by using it by using 1,000 computers. But you just get a little piece from all of those. Just like if you're trying to, get $100,000, you can go get $100,000 from one person, or you can go get $2 from 50K people. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how this works out. And I loved Pocket because it seems like they have all these different partners. I'm definitely going to put some money in these. But also we have Exec here, and they're based in France. So they're going to be able to you give distributed computing to their block of people in France. And where is Pocket located? If they tell us. Company. I mean, it's not too important, but it is kind of important to know where they're located to see if they step on people's toes. But you can see all the partners they had. So with them, there it's probably a little less important. Um, okay, we just went over Graph, we went over Pocket, we went over Xexec. Let's go over Numeri right quick. I think I had them already pulled up. That's storage. That's Ocean. Okay, this is Numeri. So let's look at this little video they give us. And somebody's going to have to tell me why. Like, all these different polygons. They seem to be hitting us with polygons. I'm sure there's some different or additional meaning to polygons. Like, I look at all of these logos. This is a little bit of digression, but somebody might know this out there where I don't know it. I know a lot of these logos have a lot of sacred geometry in it. Look up sacred geometry, guys. You'll love it. But also get a pre-search node so you can really look it up, because the Google search engine blocks us from certain things. So if you really want to know some of the things that are blocked from you from Google, try doing a search with your pre-search plugin enabled, then do a search on your phone with Google, and then see how many things are blocked out. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, they're literally, again, how we talk about data and mining data and directing people's data. Now that certain things are pulled off of Google, when you go search something, you can think that something is an actual scam because of how they're directing you with it. But if you go searching with pre-search and you go looking and you see something with pre-search, you actually get the true data on it, and you actually know what's real with it, and not how you're directed to think that it's a scam. And I did this with an inventor, Royal Rife. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Royal Raymond Rife, but he does research on light and sound therapy, and there's a whole thing to make sure that modern medicine is the thing and not light and sound therapy. That's a whole entire different subject. We won't get into that, but I swear I need a show on stuff like that so I can get that out to people. But, anyways, let's listen to what Numerai has to say here. Short little video, and you'll see a lot of these sacred geometry shapes besides diamonds in here. They got freaking inverted pyramids and all types of stuff. But anyway,
Network effect is a phenomenon where a service becomes more valuable when more people use it.
Until today, those rails which once bravely spanned the mountain have become an interlocking network, binding together the far west, the southwest, and the south, linking them in turn with the mid-continent, and through many connecting lines, hauling traffic across
We're
the nation.
seeing technology-driven networks replace bureaucratic hierarchies. And we think we are just at the very beginning of this trend. People who are creating the content are also the same people who are consuming the content. You are a node on the network. And that's really, really important.
In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto created an amazing new protocol called Bitcoin, and this invention makes amazingly powerful incentive structures that cost a huge network of miners to come together and provide value. Anyone who holds Bitcoin has a strong incentive to make the network better.
And so Bitcoin's hash power is larger than like the top 100 supercomputers combined.
And so when you think about applying this to the finance markets, where you have massive hedge funds that are fighting against each other.
No one really works together in finance. It's very competitive, it's adversarial, there's no collaboration.
And so Numerai can transition this negative competition space into highly valuable collaboration.
And so today Numerai is releasing a brand new cryptocurrency on the Ethereum blockchain. There's no hedge fund with network effects, so we're going to try to be the first one.
Everyone should
another
come together
polygon
and create a ton of value together.
Jesus. Okay. So basically, they're saying that, and I do think hedge funds do kind of work together when it suits them, but they're saying they're using big data and they're applying it to the stock market, and apparently Filecoin guy is an investor in Numerai. So Filecoin and Numerai are some things that we'll probably want to look at. And your guy JJ Wentworth and the guys over at Crypto and Down, I swear I want to be like their third member of their show. They were talking about Filecoin, so that's something I'm going to be looking into as well. Nothing wrong with two sources of information on that. Seems like Filecoin guy also invests in Numerai. It's interesting. They're trying to say that they're going to be like a hedge fund that's data mining the stock market. Sounds pretty interesting. So that's one that also might be on my list as I do more deep research into the Web3 deal. Again, here we got Ocean. They're combining with people to kind of mine data. Again, here with Rocher, they're going to launch a pilot project to improve current practice standards for care patients on blood thinning therapy. So they're mining data on blood thinning from different patients, figuring out what's the best. And they might be figuring something even deeper out about blood. Who the hell knows? But that's something. Daimler. So they're working with Daimler in South Asia to decentralize data sharing and data monetization. What the hell? Sounds really ambiguous, but again, they're mining data and they're making profit from it because it says data monetization. Seems like they got a ton of collaborators. Chainlink with their freaking Polygon logo. Decentra with their Polygon logo and X. Boson and Boson wants to do e-commerce to the metaverse. So a lot of little like cross collaboration here. Filecoin again. So Filecoin keeps coming up in all of these. So JJ's got us a good one there. Sovereign. Oh, that looks like Sovereign's thing. So yeah, so Ocean might be one for us to look at in the next 2 or 3 years. And remember that video I gave you guys. The next Bitcoin halving, May 4th, 2024. A lot of these guys seem like they're trying to get themselves in the position. Like, well, Filecoin seems to be one of the leaders in that space. To data mine, and the metaverse is going to be a huge cog, a huge key in that position. You guys know I'm on Benzinga, and one of the things that the founder, Jason Rasnick's, one of his phrases, find the thing behind the thing. So, okay, like maybe the car is the thing, but the thing behind the car is maybe like the battery. Say if we're saying like electric cars. Okay, if you find a thing that's behind the thing, the battery in the car, then maybe you make more money than actually investing in a car company, right? Because if you invest in the best battery company, all the different car companies are probably going to come to that battery company to get their IP. So perhaps instead of investing in certain metaverses, we invest in the companies that are mining data out of the metaverses, and we get a better bang for our buck there. So that's something to think about, guys. And we'll go a little bit longer because I know we started like a little bit late. There's some technical difficulties. Me and King are going to have to work that out. But let me see if we got any questions. What's up, Post Chain coming soon? What's up, Ali Pio? Rodriguez, what's up? What's up, D Joji 24? What's up, Smitty Farms? What's up, Courtney Johnson? What's the difference between research and Brave browser? Or do you mean pre-search? Do you think there's another pump before a halving? There is going to be probably another little semi pump before the halving, but really, I'm thinking there's going to be another dump before a halving. Because if I look at the data that I was looking at last week with you guys, it seemed like October was the bottom of the kind of the barrel. October was the bottom of the barrel for 2018. So in 3 months, maybe we get prices even lower. I don't know. All I know is like the prices where they are right now, if we go back to 2018, are still a bargain from when it comes to the bull phase, where it came to the bull phase in like January 2020, like January 2020, January, February, March 2020. That was the height of the bull run, which was like 9 to 11 months after the Bitcoin halving. So maybe here we see 22 months or whatever, 20 or 19 months before the Bitcoin halving, maybe we see a lower low. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I think we're going to probably see a lower low more than we see another pump. But it's all coin by coin basis. One coin, if you guys look it up, Quant, that's pretty big on my list because it's a partner of LCX. We just saw a pump with Quant where it's like, it was at like $53. Now it's like $82. Like Polygon, it was at 30 cents. It's now at 70 cents. And shout out, guys, if you want to join the Patreon. I give you my people a weekly watch list for $7.77. Again, this goes back to what 19 Keys was saying. Since I'm not quite monetized on YouTube yet. I got to get my watch hours up. I got the subscribers, but I don't have the watch hours yet. I got to sell things like my Patreon to actually have money when really, as a content provider, providing really good, great things to you guys. I shouldn't have to like sell my Patreon, my news, and my value of bringing information to you guys should be enough. But this is what we're dealing with. But yeah, Patreon, $7.77 for weekly watch list per month. So it comes out to like less than $2 a watch list. But yeah, there's that. I lost my train of thought. But if you're Courtney, if your question is what's the difference between pre-search and the Brave browser, Brave browser does not Brave. Okay, so Brave's browser, I believe their search engine, I believe is not regulated at the moment. DuckDuckGo is, Google's is, Bing's is, but pre-search, if you add that plugin to Google, I know it lets you see stuff that you normally don't see, that are normally censored, if you will, by Google. I know that it does that. I'm not sure about the Brave browser so much. DuckDuckGo used to let you see stuff that Google didn't let you see, but now it's kind of getting more regulated, and DuckDuckGo is kind of blocking stuff out now. Tor browser, no. So Tor browser is the dark web's browser, which you can use, but I mean, it really doesn't matter. I think I would tend to say that if you're using a dark web browser, you're probably going to be on some list. But I'm sure if you're using pre-search, you're probably on some list too. So whatever, you know what I mean? Like Tor, if you want to use Tor. But pre-search is actually paying you in crypto. That's why I use pre-search. We come over here and we do like, I don't know, ducks. You can see I've already been paid in like 105 pre-search. So that's better. You're getting paid in crypto to search, and you're getting searches that you're not normally going to find from Google. So I'd rather use that than to use Tor because I'm actually being paid to search. So that's my whole spiel on that one. Let's see. Yeah, man, I thought we were just getting started too. I'm almost done in like 15 minutes. It's crazy. Maybe we need to make the show a little longer or something, man. I don't know. But definitely come over to Blackrue Investing where you can get even more Blackrue content and even more Blackrue rants. I might have to see if I can get on Rockfin or something because there's a whole bunch of subjects like banned subjects that Google and YouTube will ban that I love to talk to you guys about, like light and sound therapy, kind of fringe conspiracy stuff that I love to talk to you guys about, but I can't because we're on YouTube. So maybe I might need to try to get on Rockfin or something like that. I don't know. But if you guys haven't heard of Rockfin, they're like a YouTube that doesn't censor and they pay in crypto. So they're another one that's kind of getting trying to like kind of break through this censoring and kind of get Web3 of their own. I think they pay people in what's called Rays. No, it's Ray maybe. Okay, yeah, this is what they pay people in Rockfin. So maybe I need to try to get on there. put a 1 in the chat if that's something you guys would love to see from me, that type of content where I'm talking about uh, light and sound therapy and fringe, like conspiracy stuff, like censoring or something like that. If it's worth you guys' time and you guys are in my bubble to do that, then maybe I'll put the time into trying to get on Rockfin or something like that. I don't know. So put a 1 in there and I'll see it later if that's something you guys want to see from me. And I'll shake the tree and see if I can do something like that. But yeah, so let's see. Back to the big data guys. We covered these guys. Okay, let's look at Filecoin since we keep mentioning them. And again, I told you this is brought to me by my guy JJ Wentworth. I like to say my resources, Crypto and Down. Check them out on the Gentlemen of Crypto channel and check out their YouTube as well. Got to give big ups to my guy JJ. He constantly supports the Blackrue show and mentions me on his show. So reciprocity, I'm giving it back in kind, y'all. Playing it forward. Let's see here. Filecoin. Filecoin is a decentralized storage network designed to store humanity's most important information. So if you store it there, I'm not sure if they have the ability to also say who's storing the information, what type of information they're storing. I'm not sure about that, but you can see that they're getting into and supporting all of these different data mining type companies. They're giving money towards that. So that's something. Let's go look at some like kind of behind the scenes things like total supply. You guys always have to remember total supply because that just shows how valuable a coin's going to be. Excuse me. It's like we look at Bitcoin. It's only 21 million of those. So that's part of what makes it a great storage of value, that there's only 21 million of those and only 21 million will exist. So when we take that into account, Filecoin's at 235 million, and we go look at some other coins that are on. We go look at some of the other coins that are on the top 50. What you'll see is a lot of them do have like limited supplies. There are a couple ones that don't, like Cardano and Polygon, where they're in like the billions. Like Cardano's 33 billion, and Doge, and this is why Doge is so much of a scam. And when we look at it, and it's like, okay, why would people invest in Doge? And this is part of what King and Zay are telling you guys when they do. Like, you know, I'm an altcoin guy, but I definitely see the reasoning and why you would only invest in Bitcoin. Because look at Doge, it's sitting here with 132 billion with the B, circulating supply. So when Elon pumped this, he kind of jacked everybody up because it's like, okay, what the hell is gonna happen with Doge? You got all this freaking supply, like it's a crap. It's really crap. So he just pumped it and dumped it and got a whole bunch of people happy for no reason. When you look at the supply, you're like, okay, no. But when you look at a lot of these good coins like Solana, like let's just take XRP and Cardano out of the equation because they have different types of things they're pushing. They're pushing things for like a community. They're trying to be real big like that. But even still, when you look at their things and you compare it, their supply to Doge, oh my God. It's like, okay. But so you'll see a lot of coins, a lot of the good coins are around about 300 million in supply. I'm not sure why these aren't popping up. I might have to just forget it. But yeah, you guys can do this on your own and go look at it. Avalanche, Solana, a lot of these coins are at a decent supply. Tron's huge. Stellar's not at a bad supply, but see, look, Chainlink, they're at about half a billion. So all the coins that are around that, you're gonna see that they're doing pretty good for themselves. You really kind of only want to invest in things like a good range to me is like this sandbox and mana. When you get past like 2 billion, like if you go past 2 billion, it's really going to be hard for you to gain a lot of traction unless you're like a Cardano or a Polygon or those type of people. So see, Polkadot it's barely under a billion. Uh, Polygon again, they have a different type of deal going on, so they're at 8 billion. Um, so basically, I said that to say, keep in mind when you're investing in these tokens to take and pay attention a lot to their circulating supply and like what's their max supply. That really means something, and like how big they can be. Okay. Let's see if we got any more questions out there. Okay, we got a couple ones. Got a lot of. What's up? Thanks for coming out here. Brave browser pays you in BAT. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that Brave browser paid you in BAT. But Tor, I know, as far as I know, I was referencing it kind of in comparison to Tor. Tor, I don't think it pays you in anything, but because it's dark web. But Brave browser BAT, and then pre-search with their pre-token. And that's another type of Web3 when you think about it, because now it's not censoring you from data and it's allowing you to get access to certain data that was censored. And who knows if they actually sell the data of who's getting access to certain data. I have no idea, but that might be one of the things that happens. Like I know there was a company I was looking at. What was their name? I want to say wasn't Celsius. Oh, I can't remember. Two guys that came on Benzinga, two older guys, and they were kind of really connected. It's something like Celsius, but not. Oh man, that's gonna grind my gears until I remember it. Oh, it's something with the C, but I'm not gonna be able to remember it. Oh wait, Cirrus? Did they change their logo? Cirrus, was it? This might be the one that I was referring to. It might be. Nah, I don't think it is. So I'm gonna have to figure out what that one is and get back to you guys. But let's see. So we did Filecoin. Another one we didn't really kind of get a chance to touch on is distributed computing. We did in the last video a bit where we went over Pocket and we went over like Flux. So yeah, see Flux. Sia Coin is one that's kind of in this list too, but again, look at the circulating supply, how it's like huge. They're one we can check out. I'm kind of curious to know what their partners are. And they're selling like hard drive space, really. And you can mine this via a hard drive. Kind of curious to see what their partners are. Because you can buy this on Coinbase too, I think. Centralized data storage. Okay, they don't really tell me who their partners are. So whatever. But let's go back to it. There any on the top ones that we want to kind of point out? Internet computers kind of create its own internet, sort of the same way helium is. Um, I know BitBoy kind of pumped this down like to the sky, and it's like now at like $7 or so. But I think I kind of like helium more because you get like the helium miner, and the helium miner itself is like a Wi-Fi that anyone can connect to. So I really like that. And here we are again with Filecoin again. It just keeps coming up. JJ knows his stuff. Um, so yeah, I think um, maybe next week and maybe next Thursday, because it seems like now we're getting to a point where an hour is not enough time for us. Maybe I'll have a after show, and now that I've recovered a little bit more from my stroke, where I can talk and I'm not like so exhausted. Um, Maybe after the show, we'll have a little 1 hour live where you guys can ask questions um, on my channel. But let's garner like a couple more questions. But I think in the future we'll just implement it so that I have a live on my channel and you guys can come and ask some questions and we can kind of just shoot the crap talking about crypto a little bit. Let's see here. I like research because I can run nodes and get paid in the token to help participate in the infrastructure. So when people search through my node, I get paid. I like research for that too. I was so pissed that I didn't get a node before. Like it was just 2,000 pre-search to get a node. Now it's double. It's 4,000 pre-search, which still isn't bad. It's still less than $1,000. But I'm like, damn, damn, damn. So, yeah, I love pre-search, and I love it too that they have it. So if you have a pre-search node, you can put certain things to the top of that pre-search node if you own a node. So I'm probably going to look into getting a pre-search node as soon as I can. But I think we did a good breakdown here. We might continue this on Thursday so we can kind of build because we didn't really go over the distributed computing ones like helium and stuff like that. And there's some gold we can mine there because there are data miners that you can buy kind of in those areas. So maybe we continue this next week. But for sure, next week, I think I'll have a talk back on my channel. So you guys can follow me over to my channel next week. But yeah, guys, have a good weekend. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, darkhorsewatcher.com. And I'll do some things. I'll have different things you guys can look at, like Zilliqa. We did another teleport here. We did LCX partners here, and maybe also I'll have like a random live that you guys can come look at on my channel. So definitely like and subscribe because I think I'm going to start doing more random lives and more lives after the show so we can continue to build that Blackrue community. And I think I'm going to look into Rockfin and see if we can get like a kind of show where we can talk about stuff like alternative medicines, fringe conspiracy stuff. That would be kind of cool. So yeah. Black blockchain, good idea or no? I never heard of black blockchain. They need to be getting me some money because Ruel Black. I don't know how they're gonna use. No, I'll have to look into that one and get back to you guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I had a stroke, and if not for If not for light and sound therapy, I would not be sitting here talking to you guys right now. It's been about 5 weeks since my stroke, and traditional therapy, traditional medicine told me that oh, I'll put my channel in the description right here. It's darkhorsewatcher.com. Let me see. Dark Horse.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
It seems today. Watcher.com. That goes straight and directly to my YouTube. www.darkhorsewatcher.com. But yeah, man. Decentralized American Black. Okay, I have to look at that one. Before they told me, traditional medicine, they told me it'll be 8 to 14 weeks before I could get back to work and get back to doing things. If not for light and sound therapy, I would not be sitting here right now 5 weeks later after my stroke. Dude, my left side of my face, or the right side of my face, was like immobile. I couldn't move it. Couldn't move my right hand. Couldn't move my fingers. Couldn't make a fist. Couldn't move my shoulder. And my leg, I was like walking clipped. Like I couldn't take a full step. Man, it was bad. But here, like 5 weeks later, and really after like 3 weeks, when traditional medicine was telling me 8 to 14 weeks, after 3 weeks, I was able to do some of the things that I could not do anymore after the stroke. So my hat's off to traditional therapy, and or my hat's off to light and sound therapy, excuse me, because without light and sound therapy, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. And I know everyone says that that's a scam, but there's a reason for that. They make less money. If light and sound therapy was out there for us to use, they would make less money. Just put it that way. So instead of me doing 8 to 14 weeks of therapy and copays and drugs, I did 3 weeks with light and sound therapy. So gotta know they're kind of running a game on us right there. Like I'm not saying like I'm still taking some blood pressure pills to keep that down and keep that regulated. But with that light and sound therapy, man, I would not be sitting here right now. But yeah, guys, come on over to the channel. I put it in the link there, darkhorsewatcher.com. And if you don't know, you can just look for my name, Ruel Black. It's right there. And you'll find me. Happy you are on positive therapeutic recovery, my brother. Thank you, Harlem Talk Radio. Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. I'll have to check out your channel too. Thanks, guys, so much. Catch me on A Gentleman of Crypto next Thursday, next Saturday, and then we'll do a little talk back on my channel so you guys can come over and find out what I'm about. And I'm going to look into that rock fan for us, all right? Thanks so much, guys, again, from the bottom of my heart. Very much appreciate it. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. Peace.